Hello, friends. Welcome back to CareersTalk, the go-to channel for all things related with Agile Scrum. I'm your host, Suran Sharma, an Agile consultant based in Netherlands. And today, I have a special guest with us, someone whose expertise in the Agile landscape is truly remarkable. Let me introduce Ankur. He is not just a seasoned Scrum Master, but a true master with over 17 years of hands-on experience in this particular field. And today he is going to help us with some important and most asked Scrum Master interview questions which were asked in various companies in the past. Friends, before we start, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Hit that like. Okay, so welcome Ankur. Thank you for giving your time today, Ankur.
Hey, thanks, Anand. Thanks for having me on board. It really feels great to be part of this something different where we can help others too. So thanks for that. And I'm looking forward to contribute in best in all my possible efforts.
That's great, Ankur.
Yeah,
Thank you. So, what do you do? Tell me about yourself a little bit in a brief.
yeah,
Your
sure.
journey.
Yeah, sure, I can do that. But you already started off with it. But let me just me add my 2 cents to it. Hello everyone. My name is Ankur Ranka. I've been working in this IT industry for close to 17 to 18 years now. And in this space of, I started my career as a QA, right? And that was until I guess until 2008, 2009. Post that I shifted the world of Agile was booming, right? So I got involved there, still lying down there as a QA. I managed BA responsibilities and a lot of stuff. And slowly and steadily, I guess sometime in 2016 is where I had the change of my career path, where I moved on to Agile Scrum Master. And it's been a wonderful journey since then. So yeah,
Great, great, Ankur. Okay, so if you allow, shall we start?
yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay. So the first question is, let's imagine that you just started as a Scrum Master for a newly formed team,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the team members, expressed confusion about the role as a Scrum Master. So how would you explain through some real-world examples the core responsibility of a Scrum Master to ensure a clear understanding among all the team members? So Ankur.
Yeah. So it's always a challenge, right? I mean, it is always a challenge where you need to explain or justify the need of your role, right? And there's nothing, no comes to people raising those questions to you. But yeah, joining newly to a team and where they really want to understand what Scrum Master is and what value it would add to them. So some of the major core responsibilities of a Scrum Master, right? I mean, like the very first, as we all say, it's servant leadership. So when we say servant leadership, it is more about a collaboration of guidance and empowerment rather than putting your self ego first. When I say guidance and empowerment, is like keep guiding the team time and again through their sprint work, through their sprint deliveries, and empower them in order to take core responsibility of the things, leaving aside the ego aspect, as in like, no, I am this, so I'll do that. So that's the way first. Second and major one is help build empowering teams, right? When we say empower teams, what is empowering teams? Empowering teams is nothing but the teams who are self-organized and are well within their product boundaries, right? So those are empowered teams who know what should we do next or what can we do next, and at what point what would really make a great value addition in order to the existing work. So that's more about empowering teams, who the teams who are well within themselves, self-organized in order to adapt to things. Now, when I said something about value there, so it is not about delivering what you've been asked for, but at the same time, what value you can create out of it. So those are value delivery. So what is that? It's nothing but a combination of a customer satisfaction and business impact over the cost and risk associated to it, right? That's the value that you get out of it. Uh, at the same time, more responsibilities of a Scrum Master would be The Scrum Master is somebody who would help you facilitate conversation, facilitate discussion, meeting sessions, and at the same time just facilitate it. It will not be the one who delegate it or dictate around it. They'll help build teams over common goals by pulling them towards collaboration. And the he or she is the one who would work with the teams in order to build as much transparency before trust in the team. Correct. Uh, and lastly, I would like one of the key aspects of being a Scrum Master is like be able to know like resolve the impediments for the team, and at the same time take impediments to the leadership level uh, in order to kind of overcome the if there are any pressing issues or challenging points or at an organization level and work with the leadership for that. So these are some of the core responsibilities of the Scrum Master is what I feel.
Okay, great. So according to you, like, what is the true outcome of a Scrum Master role?
Yeah. So if you look at it, the way we highlighted the responsibilities of Scrum Master, let's just take something out of that. And in my case, if I have to put it out, a true outcome of Scrum Master role, right? Somebody who works with the team for value-based prioritization, somebody who is emphasizing the team over iterative developments, looking to work, let the teams enable in the world of collaboration, um, keep things time boxed, correct? Avoid the team from distractions, correct? Help resolve their impediments, not just within the team, but across and at even at the organization level. And somebody who will work with the team in improving things day in, day out, and put the best what that works for the teams in terms of agile and lean frameworks. That's my 2 cents on it.
Great. Thank you, Ankur. Okay. So let's move on. So, uh, how do you work with a team that is consistently not meeting the commitment, or they are failing to deliver the expected value as a team? So, how do you going to work with that kind of team,
I
Ankur?
guess that's something most of us in the Scrum Master role might be facing, right? Not just every day, but at some point in time, you were given an experience. And the one way to look at it is like retrospective. Like your sprint retrospective is something where you can really get to know what is not really working well for the team, right? And when it comes down to something like from a delivery aspect, you say the teams are not been performing well. That definitely would be something pressing for the team, some real big pain point. Try to understand from them rather than letting an outside world letting you know, okay, this is the problem with your team. No, the team that functions together would probably know what is working for them and what is not. Correct. Try to understand them, channelize them in the right way, build out the key action items from that, and help see the difference as we move along with with your sprints going forward. And I'm sure the teams would be more than happy and more than vocal enough in raising the concerns that are not working for them, right? So that's one way to look at it, is what I feel.
Okay, so you talked about retrospective. So let's imagine, let's say, one of your recent project where your team faced a lot of obstacles and challenges. So take us through the retrospective session which you have conducted. So detail the challenges which you have identified, and collaborative improvements that has been implemented by your team as a direct result of your facilitation. So can you go about this kind of scenario?
Yeah, sure, why not? So, I mean, there are various ways in which you can conduct retrospectives, right? And like, I mean, at the end of the day, the outcome of each retrospective is more or less getting to know what is really working for you and what is really not working well, right? And I mean, the way we look at it as Scrum Master, okay, this is really working for you. So let's just build upon it to make it more stronger. And this is something that is not working for you. So let's work on it and find out what is there in that's not working in, right? So I guess one simple way to look at it from retrospective technique, which I mostly run into my team uh, is the Daki method. Okay, it's the drop, add, keep, keep, improve. Okay, So there are four quadrants. So really work with the team is like, what is something that you feel that we should drop in the way we are functioning? What is something new that you want to add? Okay. What is something that you really want to keep? And what is the something that you really want to improve? So if you look at from drop and improve, it would work hand in hand at time. Because okay, this is something that I want to drop. So exactly there's something from the same point that I need to improve. So when I recently worked with one of my teams, and one big challenge that had come across is they want to really add their something to their learning skills, upskilling, correct? Wherein like they've been working in the traditional way, but the next big ask is around working delivering things where we are more you accustomed to cloud based technology and all that, right? So how do we do that? So are we able to find out a list of things that we really want to be a part and upskill? Are there any list of trainings? Are there any training groups well within the firm that we can work with? So yeah, we did try to find that slowly and steadily. We built kind of a small roadmap in order to how in parallel to our existing sprint delivery work, we can work in upskilling ourselves as well, and that really worked. And I mean, yeah, I agree. It took a time. It took us at least 3 to 4 sprints. Took I would not say completely be expert at the new skill, but get an understanding what these new skills are about. And slowly and steadily, we helped ourselves with collaboration with each other in order to do a better job at it. So that's how we did. I hope
Great.
that answers the question.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Ankur. Okay. So, and I think this question is important for a lot of Scrum Masters out there. So, let's assume that you have joined any newly formed team, right?
Mhm.
So, can you just share a detailed plan for your first 10 days? So, it can you can include like your specific actions and meetings or whatever the communication strategies which you use to quickly integrate with the team and understand their dynamics. So, Ankur.
Okay, plan for the first 10 days when you join any team, right? I guess the way I look at it, firstly, look to keep things as simple as possible. Okay, and don't just rush into things. Try to understand at least in the first 10 days, right? So when you build an action, right, try to understand what your teams are comfortable with. In the sense the meeting timings, your ceremonies, how comfortable they are with in running the ceremonies, working through the ceremonies. What is it that they really want to draw out of the ceremony? How do they? How what is one key aspect is like what period of time you think the teams are not looking to get into any meetings or any ceremonies. That's the major part. So decide your team's core working hours and so on and so on. So slowly build upon it, and I'm sure you'll be able to overcome that. Um, and how you can get understanding of different things in the work in the project, right? As in like in your way the teams that the teams working on which part of the business functionality, how you can get some understanding around it so that you can have some you can contribute as well at some given point of time. So these are some of the aspects. Take slow steps in, but at the same time look to make a difference when it really is needed. So that's the way how I go about it, Saman.
Thank you, Ankur. Okay. Okay. So the next one is a little tricky. So let's assume that team is consistently delivering an average velocity of 25 story points for last 4 sprints with 5 members in the Scrum team. So a new sixth member is added to the team with an idea to increase the velocity going forward. The next 3 sprints run as expected, but the post fourth sprint, there is a sudden drop in the velocity to 20 story points, though the team is full, like their capacity is full. So,
Hmm.
how will you find out the reason in a drop in this velocity, sudden drop? You will use some root cause analysis, or what is your take on that?
So my take would again be the same as I said, right? I mean, like, okay, let's take it this way. Uh, we all know change is constant, right? But at the same time, we don't welcome change that easily. Now this is a change, right? A team of a group of five is consistently working in their own, I would say, shell, their own comfort environment, and all of a sudden there comes in a sixth member whom you need to collaborate with and keep working with the same intensity, same consistency. But all this comes at some cost. The cost is a major cost is time, a major cost is skilling, right? So when we get to when as an RCA, as a root cause analysis, what would I rather do is, okay, I know X person is joined newly to the team. Maybe what is something that we can share with him or her in order to be onboarded to the team within the first couple of weeks, right? Try helping that person with the knowledge of what the project is all about. What is it that from a technology standpoint, what is something that we really work upon, so on and so forth. And look to give that person small challenges in terms of like where that person can help work on POCs. And so that would be one aspect. So yeah, so agreed. In the working through this, maybe for the first couple of sprints, your velocity might drop down, correct? And it will drop, and like you would then like wanted to like just catch up to it. So maybe once you feel that this sixth person is completely available in full capacity, totality in order to consume the what is there from a delivery point of view, get thrive on that and give that person the key thing to be worked upon in that but in the next sprint and see how it goes. And I'm sure it's not some rocket science that it will happen overnight. It will take its time, and we need to have that patience. We need to have that kind of collaboration going on day in day out, and see how it really works for the team. So that's the way I look at it at this stage.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So the next is again a scenario. So let's assume that there is one team member who is having, let's say, I don't know, maybe let's say 20 years of experience, and he's working in that same team from last, let's say, 10 years. And then
Mm-hmm.
there is one more new team member who just joined this particular team.
Mm.
So there is some conflict in terms of estimation. They are doing, let's say, refinement, and they are just, having some conflict on specific user story or maybe some specific requirements. So how do you manage this kind of conflicts between your team members?
So this is something like which commonly happens, right? Somebody is well experienced and somebody who's not that who's just fairly new to the team. So like I mean, in order to resolve a conflict between people of two people of this kind, I guess the best possible way to do it is um what do you say, take both of them work in one single room and try to understand both sides of the world as to like what the most experienced person is saying and what is the somebody with new ideas and newly joined to the team wants to say. Correct. So try to get to know from both of them and help understand together, working together, what is it that they really will really come, where isn't like they really come and make the difference to the team. So come at a common ground with both of them and take it forward from them. Guiding to both of them at the same time is like we can leave a personally conflicts aside, personal issues aside, and let's work together in terms of betterment of the team. Try to convince both of them on that aspect, and I'm sure at a given point would come where they will really do wonders for the team when they come together. So that's how I'll take it. So now,
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Ankur. Okay. Yeah. I think we are good for today, Ankur. So it's yeah, I think quick session. So thank you, Ankur, and thank you, friends, for joining us today. And we hope that you found this session helpful and informative. And if you enjoy this session, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And we hope to see you in our next session. Bye. Thank you, Ankur, one more time.
thanks, Sunan. Thank you so much.